Hi, my name's Dee, your Professor of Woo Woo, and welcome to Sun Child Tarot, and welcome to the general reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever area chart you're wanting to look at. As ever, there's a link down there to get yourself a birth chart. As a general reading rules apply. You know, timing is not absolute. If someone else enters your reading, I can get you and them mixed up sometimes. I'm not totally sold on that, but I can believe it can happen. However, different to a lot of the YouTube readings, what I would like you to do is prior to this reading, prior to me starting, ask a question. Think about all the questions that are around you at the moment, focus on one of them, give your concentration to that, but be aware of all of them because the cards will answer what they choose. You know, they have sometimes a different sense of priority than the rest of us, so be aware of all of them. So there's a link also in the description down below for the Facebook page for this channel. If you want a personal reading, that's the best way to do it. There is a link tree down there as well, but the Facebook inbox is the best place to do it. Yeah, that's it really. Bear in mind, it's a general reading. If it is for you, the past and the present will make sense. If it is not for you, the past and the present won't fit. Don't try and make it fit. Just move on to your moon or your rising sign, or in fact, always watch your rising sign. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Thank you very much for, if you are a returning viewer, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and the like button, because it really does help Google notice that this channel exists. Other than that, I might as well bring up your cards. Now, this is going to be an interesting reading. And you always know when I say interesting, that it more than likely not means challenging. I want to bring your attention first to the amount of fives that we have here. Your current situation, 5 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. Your obstacle, 5 of Swords with 3 of Pentacles. In your final outcome, 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. So we've got from the Tarot Apocalypsis every single 5 card. There's we have an Oracle deck. We have card number 14 from the Queen of the Moon with Focus, and we have card number 32, again adding to a 5, with Branwyn. And we've got card 27 here, which you can hear the 5 in that, but that's subtracting. But that's not... I actually think that whatever this stress is, and yes, it's stress. It's stress. We've got 8 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and together with the Lady of the Shalott cards here, that 27 I was talking about, it's talk of, I don't want to say seeing the truth in things, but what I do want to say is breaking through illusions. And there is something, and I think it's quite possible that they are illusions that you have created for yourself, because from the Gateway Oracle we have the Healing the Past card, which is asking you to say, well, the situation that you're in now, it's all due to... I'm not going to say it's all due, that's really unfair. But the way you are feeling and the way you are reacting to it, and maybe how you may have helped bring some things around, not all of it. You know, we are co-creators, i.e. there's other people creating as well. But it's coming from hurts. I've got the word slights going on in my mind, but I don't think that's right. But certainly hurts and lessons learnt wrong and defences that have been built that has helped engender whatever's going on right now. There's a lot of, let's kindly call it debate, but there's a lot of debate around you that you are feeling quite threatened by. And you are feeling that although you're aware there is some form of guiding light, some form of you know, like the presence of spirit or whatever. Yeah, there's some form of guidance and higher power looking over this. Um, Down here in the real world, it's like, great, so there's a higher power looking over this. I've got nothing. And there's whatever this debate that is going on around you is, it's not just a debate that feels threatening. I think it's a debate that actually is threatening to your way of life, to your day-to-day life, to how you are going through things at the moment. And the thing is that this, you can't allow, as threatened as you are by this debate, you cannot allow it to explode into a full-blown conflict or something, because the awful thing is that you will get recognized for that. And I don't think that that is who you want to be, because you are being asked. You believe that you are in the process of leveling up at the moment. Page of Pentacles here. And it's true, you are. And with any birth, there is pain and there is trauma and there is letting go of. I think there's been anxieties in the past that actually felt like they were resolved. It felt like situation had come round and eased them out, and felt like they're not relevant anymore. But I would say, and I don't like saying this, but I would say, are you sure about that? Are you sure that it wasn't a panacea that was applied? Is like, oh, well, this situation in my life has changed, therefore I don't need to feel that anxiety anymore. But now there's talk of something where the situation is likely to change and you're not feeling that particularly abundant in the situation anyway. All of a sudden it's like, oh, look, all that anxiety is still there. You know, I hadn't got rid of it. I just put it to one side because it didn't appear relevant at that time. And to be quite honest, it's not relevant now either, apart from the point that if it's still there, it needs dealing with and it needs going, so that you don't go off on a tangent and create some form of division through argument that you will get recognized for, and that's not necessarily in a good way. Now, what Spirit is bringing in, you'll love this. What Spirit is bringing in is change, the Death card, but clarified with the King of Pentacles. So this is change that has a solid foundation, and it may be that a King of Pentacles person is coming into your life, someone who has got it together, is grounded, is but it's where Spirit's bringing it in. So it's more, I'm thinking more the qualities than a person. Maybe it's a person, but there's also, I think the more important thing here is to say that Spirit is bringing in change so that you can be the King of Pentacles rather than suddenly get with the King of Pentacles. Because illumination is coming, the Star card, what you have to work with, information that may be coming in from a distance, or maybe facts that you know are true but just feel so very remote from your situation, even though you know damn well that they apply to your situation. You have support here with the Three of Cups, but I want to say with this Three of Cups, the support that's on offer from friends and those people that are around you, I mean, yeah, it's great. Remember, they've all got their own. Now, I don't want to badmouth them, because the first word I was going to say is they've all got their own agendas. But of course they have. Everybody has. They've all got their own filters. They've all got their way of looking at the world. So there is a call here, really, for you to transform through this situation, whatever it is, this conflict is maybe too strong a word. I think there's more internal than external conflict, but there's facts that are coming out that are really challenging where you see your place in the world. What is really interesting is, as I was shuffling these, as I started shuffling with the first deck, the Tower card popped into my mind, and I'm quite relieved in a way to see that there isn't a Tower card here. However, there might as well be, because there's a number of fundamental erroneous assumptions about where you stand and what is supporting you and what isn't. And that can go both ways, by the way. You may find that something that you thought wasn't supporting you is actually supporting you. So, it's a two-way street here. It's not all bad. But Branwen, the Branwen card. Now, this, as I said in my previous reading in Gemini, I'm still learning these cards. So I thought, well, I'll look this one up, because all I remember is Branwen dying of a broken heart, which is, that's really what you want to hear, isn't it? But Branwen is... the goddess Branwen appears when you are struggling to find your place in the world and are reluctant to ask for help. Whether it's heartbreak, sorrow, loss of hope, confidence, fear, or abandonment, which we have all of these in these cards, with the Eight of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. So it's that, there's this ongoing sense of isolation, abandonment, loss. Even if what you are losing is the illusion was obviously good in some way. So to have that torn away from you, and you're being faced with some cold, hard reality about something, you're going to grieve the loss of the illusion, So Branwen's appearance in your reading inspires you to find within yourself the magic needed to overcome these dark times. Ask Branwen to guide you, for she knows all about heartbreak and loss. And then we get the legend of Branwen, who was a Welsh queen, married an Irish king, but the wedding went wrong. Somebody was insulted. Wales and Ireland went to war. She got locked up. She sent she trained a bird to go and find her brother and get him to come rescue her. He came to rescue her and got killed. So she died of a broken heart, and nobody lived happily ever after. So, it's not the most confidence-inspiring card here. And the fact that it's yet another 5. The positive aspect of this card is that if something has been shown to be an illusion, let it go. Simple as that. Let it go, because there are friends around you that, whether on purpose or incidentally, are able to give you clarity and are able to point you in the direction of a new life if you want to transform to take it. And I do think with this Prince of Cups, in how you are feeling, you've got to level up, which is what this Page of Pentacles is saying. But with the Prince of Cups, it's a space of trying to isolate what your driving force wants to be, what your, whether it's an element of self-love, or whether there's a goal that you are going to achieve, come what may. And if they won't help, well, I'm still going to do it. But that you are really being called to transform yourself, judgment here, and see the value in that transformation. See the value in the bits. Now it's interesting. See the value not just in the bits that you are transforming into, or the new aspects of yourself that you are emphasizing or deciding to work on, but also see the value in the bits that are no longer any use for you. It's not that they have value now, it's that they had value, and that was okay. Their time has gone, time to let go, time to release, but they had value. You weren't, even if you had deceived yourself with some illusion or other, or allowed somebody else to deceive you with some illusion or other, it is time for you to break out of that, which is what the Lady of Shalott is saying. And the fact is that having been in that illusion, that's okay. It was okay. For some reason, you had needed to be there. And it may well be that you were healing things because that sense of anxiety had been removed for a while. And that's it. Yeah, I just want to say it's okay. That Course of Miracles lesson, whatever it is, which is the only thing I know about the Course of Miracles. Consciousness has two states, okay and not okay. And if you're not okay, that's okay. You're allowed. So and that's what I want to say here. If you were in an illusion that was useful for a healing process, that's okay. It's allowed. Just it's not any use anymore. So you need to break that illusion. Now, I do like there's a few pairings here, because on the bottom of the deck we have Eight of Cups for the clarification deck. So there's this walking away from something, walking away from some dream, or more to the point, walking towards another dream, or walking towards a wild unknown. Which is one aspect of the Eight of Cups that I really like. Now, sometimes if you think about in the Rider-Waite, those 8 cups are stacked very, very neatly. You could return to them. Why would you want to return to that pile of cups that are there? You don't need to. It's time. It's time to move on. In fact, that's why I could call this reading, I think, Time to Move On, although I think I've already given it a title. But I really like this Death card with the King of Pentacles, bringing in that grounded change energy. I really like the transformation that is offered to you, and therefore this discussion that is going on at the moment is revealing a few truths that I really don't like, but nevertheless they're true. As your friends will attest, this is a positive process. So I was talking about pairings, wasn't I? So obviously there's all the 5s, but Page of Pentacles, you are trying to level up with. Princess of Pentacles is another Page of Pentacles. So there's this, you have this opportunity right now. Do not lose it. Do not waste it. Get rid of them illusions. Get rid of those bits where you've been deceiving yourself. And I've got to listen to this as well, Cancer Rising. Because it's just clicked into place for me. And we've also got Prince of Cups, Princess of Cups. So here, it's sort of a lower form of divine pairing. Obviously, in another deck, that would be the Knight and the Page. What I think is that you can notice that you are more than what you think you are. You are allowed to notice that you are more than what you think you are, as in how much love you carry, how much skill you have, how much validity that you have. And with this King of Wands, You are enough to take action. You are enough to have this focus. You are enough to make this change, whatever this change is that's required of you. Whether you like it or not, the change is required from you. So, final outcome cards. Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles, as I said, but I like this particular Five of Pentacles because even though it indicates, you can say it indicates poverty. It's an old couple going down a stream in a canoe, but look, their pentacles are following them. So they're going on somewhere new, and yeah, they may not have everything right now, but they are being supported. Their pentacles are following them. That Five of Cups, just don't be mopey. Don't mourn what you now realize wasn't there. Even though the illusion of it being there was great and it was useful and it was fine and it was okay, but do not mourn the fact that it has gone because it was never there. So there's not a lot to mourn. And then we have the Death card again, showing that change is coming, whether you like it or not. Change is coming. And then the Page of Swords, which to me indicates a certain amount of speed, of information coming in that will give you some hope. And I want to stress on the information mainly because of all the blue in the card as well. This is a time for you to create. This is a time for you to state your will and choose what future you are going to be. Choose what you are going to turn into. So yes, it's a time to move on. Now, when I say time to move on, it doesn't mean that you're leaving a partner or leaving a job or leaving anything or anybody. You may well be, and if you are, that's fine, that's good. But if you're not, you are leaving the way that you view a situation and finding a new identity within that serves you better. So this is not a reading to say, go and leave your partner if you're having all these doubts or anything like that. It is a reading to say, examine why you have all these doubts and what assumptions those are built on, and either they are true, in which case act on it, or they are not true, in which case act on it, ferret out why you think like that, and pack it in. That's it. That's everything that I see there, Cancer. So, interesting month for you, eh? If it means out, comment down below. And otherwise, best of luck. This won't be easy. But if you accept that invitation to change, it'll be worth it. Cheers.